And greetings! I know it's constantly seen that I am playing Palworld, but I am doing that to relax, and it has been a very harsh week. Past couple of weeks. It's been hot! But today, it is time for more Polytopia! Let's see, tap that thing. Alright. So, I did end up getting demoted. That's fine. I did really bad that other game. Alonian Priests. I mean, if I take my time... It's Archipelago? Archipelago, verify the game version 110. 6 tribes. The rough thing is I really need to get here for this village. Fungi. This is probably a mistake. We'll try. Alright. Fungi. We'll pass this turn. Resources. I'm going to take a huge unnecessary gamble. We're going to go over here. Hexapod. That was also a massive unnecessary gamble. Pass this turn. Alright, we're gonna climb. Go over here. Pop it up. I was hoping for a free capture. We're gonna go ahead and capture this village. We'll go ahead and give a boost. Pass the turn. And go over here. How are you still alive? I'm gonna grab organization, capture, fruit. We should be able to explore safely. Tis a lie. I wanted it to go down here. I didn't realize. I should have. That's my mistake. Bob it up, and secure the kill. Oh, the fact that they got defenders is annoying. Where am I supposed to get my levels? Pass this turn. Go all the way over to here. Well, I don't need to force a capture there. Ah. To go ahead and train one more hexapod. Should be fine. We'll pass this turn. Ooh, a Schwarzman. All right, how are we doing this? So, mycelium connects cities and other mycelium through field and forest within a 3-tile radius. Ah, I did not mean to click that. Oh well. Oh, I guess we're going with that now. I can put this one here. No. It would have to go here. And I am just, like, 1 star short. So we're going to train a hexapod here past this turn. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure the siege. Mycelium. Workshop. Mycelium. I think I just need a population growth here. Try to get this leveled up as quickly as possible. At this current moment. We'll pass this turn. Oh, the tricky thing is I need hydrology in order to be dealing with these scouts. I'd rather be getting my first... Aw, misplay. Grab a park. Park of Fortune can go... It can go right here. Get some more resources. Mine can go here. Get some more resources. Capture. Fruit. Workshop. We're just going to train a safety warrior here. We're going to grab fishing. We're going to start off with fruit, fish, fish, resources, mine. Border growth would technically get me more points, but I would be short 1 pop. I'd rather accelerate the growth. Park. In case I need one, we can pass this turn. Bob-a-da-bop. Bob-a-da-bop. Secure this kill. We're going to move here to protect it from accidentally being leveled up. Secure this siege. Killer monument is complete. And... Alright, so I got 8 turns left to try to get as many points as possible. So... I think we do just go with hydrology here, right? Start moving you forward. Gate of Power. Do a border growth here. Really? Pessitism. Raichi. We're gonna go ahead and secure this kill, Raichi. Conquer. The network monument is complete. Harvest fruit. Let's do a quick border growth. We might as well level that up. No reason not to. At least not at this current moment. Explosion! 1, 2, 3. Ooh! Bop-a-da-bop. Secure this kill. Do we just pick up hunting here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna spam out a few more Raichi. Explosion! That was a misplay. I should have... Because I don't need hydrology for a turn. So there's no reason for me to have picked that up. We can place a Grand Bazaar here, get some more stars. Resources. Place a Raichi here, because I plan on taking this city. And we're going to be spending the next few turns just conquering everything. Alright. We can capture this. Oh, 2 stars short. We're just gonna pick up 1 tech. Alright. And hexapod there. And everything else is to improve my star production. We're going to save our stars for a turn. Beautiful. What the heck? Alright, that can go there. We're going to go ahead and pick up literacy, hunting, hunt, algae, resources. I'm just going to place algae here just to get ourselves another park. And at this point, we're just trying to accelerate our score as much as possible. Save our stars for a turn. Free spirit. Trade. Capture. You have destroyed Imperius. Algae. Algae. Oh, I need recycling. Ooh, Explore Monument is complete. Mine, fish, and border growth. Yeah, that'll work. 1 turn's left. Algae, algae, hunt. Population growth. Border growth there's not going to do us that much good. We're going to disband everything. Get as many stars as possible. Because we got a lot of leveling up to do. If you're only building temples, it's not quite worth it, but we need to maximize how many stars we get in this last couple turns. No! Alright. Hunt. Fish. Hunt. Fish. Recycling. I mean, we can decompose that, I guess. Probably should not have. I shouldn't have done that. I could place algae here. Yeah. Park. Clathrus. Algae. 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 Clathrus. Eye of God. We're just going to do a border growth here real fast. Beautiful. Fish. Algae. 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 If I was able to do this like a couple turns earlier, that would be great, but... Hunts. Fish. Fish. Algae. Just population growth. Oh, I forgot about this fish right here. Oh well. Resources. We're gonna disband you just for a few extra stars. Algae, algae. Park. Algae, algae. Park. If I expand the borders here, we'll get a lot of points. Border growth. I think I have enough, actually, to also get a level. Oh, we do. Just barely. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Alright, well, my score still ended up pretty low. But Archipelago is really not my strong suit. I also ended up not going Diplomacy this game, because we played very aggressively. So I'm still happy with how I performed. But... Rank 300! I'll take it. I will take it. Alrighty. So now, random match. We're just gonna jump right in. And you know what? I have not played Quetzali in forever. So the first one I'm going to be jumping onto is just Quetzali. It has been ages since I played Quetzali. How's everyone doing today? We got our warm-up done. Still a little tired. I actually should be drinking more of this water. And believe it or not, it's actually water. Also saw that they released a new video talking about 2v2s for Polychamps. I actually need to take a look at that. Also, because I've been testing the settings for stream quality and all that. Let me pull it up on my phone. Make sure quality is still good. Yeah, quality's pretty good. I would like for it to be better, but for some reason, I don't know what's been going on recently, but the quality has gotten worse. And it's always complaining about the bit rate is too low. Like, alright, well, but... That's probably something I could talk to my internet provider and go, is there like a slightly upgraded package? Because it's not like I'm not getting my money's worth or something, it's just... The standard package is not made for streaming, because it's only about, like, 160 megabytes per second. So, for the upload rate. Hey! You're gonna be seeing a mirror match here. It's A-Talk! Well, well, well. Don't forget, Quetzali has 100% resource rate, so the fact we see nothing here is telling me that the village is either here or here. The scary thing, though, is I'm not going to be able to easily find it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get our research. 1, 2... Workshop! We'll pass the turn. Unfortunately, we can't level up this city until we get hunting. That's the one that's minor downside about Quetzali, is they like a lot of tier 1 techs. Which, believe it or not, is a little detrimental. We got land here, so I'm going to explore, see if I can find my opponent. We actually did, and he already has writing. That is actually terrifying. Fruit. Fruit. Ooh, resources. Should I save? We're gonna get a warrior past turn. See, the rare mirror match is a lot more exciting than the guaranteed ones that a lot of people insist on forcing everybody to play. I think we need speed. You know what? Let's go with a slightly stronger economy. Hunt, hunt. It's not going to do any good if I explore here, because we're still moving one tile at a time. I'm just going to go ahead and workshop and go for the extra greed, because we can afford that for one turn longer. I was about to say... That's a very costly exchange right there. The other reason why we want to be picking up hunting here is it sets us up for archery. We're going to be keeping our eye on our opponent, seeing if what tech they go with, because they rushed writing. So I need to punish them quickly. on top of that. Does me no good to get this. So, am I going Rider Roads or Archery? I think we're going to be going Archery in order to set up really good choke points against our opponent. If we train a Warrior here, we can level this up and actually get a very early Giant. So that is actually what I'm going to seek to do. Cloaks? I dab. Nah, that's actually not the right answer in this instance. How's it going, Zeke? Welcome, welcome to Polytopia Sunday. Ah, shoot. It's not at all what I wanted to see. Ah, I needed to move him back over here. Whole bunch of misplays. This is forcing our opponent to have to go with a more passive approach. Or they're going to have to focus on military for a bit. Oh, wow. We're just going to keep our unit right there. We'll pass the turn. I think one thing about our advantage is ATOC probably had better water access. Not anymore. Yeah, I ended up losing the race to that. Because I didn't send a unit out this way early enough. We know ATOC is good, though. So, cloak the capital every turn. Still not too late. Rushing out that economy. Yeah, we forced our opponent to have to train a defender here. Lumber halt. Border growth. I'm just going to pull back and play a tiny bit defensive, but I'm not happy with this position at all. And I'm going to play greedy and pass the turn. I don't know what I was thinking. I was setting up for a spear play. That was the wrong play. That's the reason why we trained a rider, because if our opponent trained a warrior here, which we should have respected that our opponent knows what he's doing. Plus, he's playing Quetzali, so he already has access to defenders. But we could have sieged over here and caused a lot more disruption while picking up roads. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have vision of this tile. I'll trade. That works for me. Two, three, four. Lumberhots. We're gonna do border growth. What do you think about the archers in this situation? I think they're essential, but I want to get a giant first. He's also setting up for a promoted rider here, so we need to be very cautious about this rider. Yeah, he's trying to set up for a promotional siege. Not quite going to work, though. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our second giant, and then we're going to be pushing straight towards the capital. We probably should follow up the giant with cloaks, and that should close out the game, actually. Actually, I think I see it. I don't know if you guys see it, but I think I'm seeing it. I think cloaks is the situation here. So we get a giant, and then we push the giant around to here along forest, supported with a couple of archers. By the time the giant gets to this tile, we're going to want to get a cloak. So when the giant is on this tile, we're going to want to get cloaks and get our first cloak here. So that way we can get cloaks ready. Because once the giant gets here, cloak moves out to be invisible, 2 archers to support. And then we're threatening a siege with the giant, but the giant is intentionally going to be going here for zone of control while we start cloaking this city. So that is the plan. Because he's probably also going to be wanting to get giants of his own, so he's about to level it up. Is anyone here? No, no one is here, Haroon. How's it going? And if this doesn't work, there's a good chance we just lose, by the way. So... Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, we pass. Yeah, this situation is very tricky. I think I'm just gonna go all in with this land siege. He's gonna have better production than us, but we have 16 stars a turn, so we will be able to just double cloak when it is time. So the next play we're gonna be doing is picking up archery, getting archers. I played Atox so many times you lost track, right? I'm gonna go here, here. Grab that archery. And if he does an ambush for that city, then, well, I get ambushed for that city. This one's going to be a pretty short game. Our opponent does have forestry, so one easy solution he could do is just pick up mathematics and start training catapults back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this is zone of control, so that way he can protect his potential catapults that he's going to train right there. Yep. Bop-a-da-bop. What do we get here? Resources. Just save everything here past this turn. Yeah, this tile is pretty important now. So even though this has a defense bonus, with potential catapults, it's not really a good option. I do have access to roads. We also still have access to our diplomacy. Happy and blessed Sunday! Happy and blessed Sunday! So we have access to roads to road forward and start killing catapults. It's gonna try to zone and control it. But we still have an entrance point over here, so this city or this city needs a border growth. He's saving his stars for something. That's why he's blocking that city there. City walls. Alrighty. I think we're gonna go ahead and go with roads first. I just want the vision. Of course. Alright, again, we're going all in on this. Yep. I don't see... Oh, wait, no, there's the Park of Fortune. Alright, well, I'm just going to bring these over to support the initial attack then. We can build a bridge here. Alright, we'll try it. So this catapult's more so forced to move. Else this is just a free siege. So the catapult has to move. Probably gonna move... I would expect it to move here to be in range of the city, especially since I can't easily hit... probably right here for defensive purposes. You know, the reason why we didn't keep the warrior on this tile is it makes it to where the giant is incentivized to kill this, and it also applies the zone of control, getting vision over all these tiles. Giving him a slightly easier chance to find my cloak. I think I've fed him enough kills already, though, for the killer monument, so need to be careful about that. And he still went there anyways. We probably just lose this one. Not a great spawn for us. Maybe I should have focused more on the water. I don't know. I really thought that Russian cloaks actually would have been the answer on this game. But it's just this one giant is doing way too much. He's got a lousy swordsman there. Well, we're going to siege it anyways. There's no way for him to figure out. So it's more about where do I want to put this cloak? Because regardless, it's a gamble, but I can't put a warrior here, else it makes it easier for him to figure out where it might be. I have to make him gamble on one of these two tiles. Because my opponent can easily just pick up roads and then can put units on these two tiles here. So he'll be able to determine if it's here. So the best place to do is I need to put it either on this tile or this tile here for him to guess. Because it's impossible for him to guess otherwise. So all right. Time to gamble. And honestly, if I don't win this, then the game's pretty much over, so. Looks like our opponent's not going with roads. Oh, so he was checking for these two tiles first, and he found that the cloak is not on one of those two tiles. Now he's considering going with roads, because the only way for him to try to figure out is... Yep, so there's roads. The first one, he now knows it's no longer on these two tiles. He's going to attack this warrior and then move the rider onto probably this tile right here. Because right now it's still a 1 and 3. Yep, now it's a 50-50. Yes! Woo! You guessed wrong! Oh, man, I'm not gonna lie. I am currently sweating from that gamble. Because, logically speaking... By putting my cloak here, it has two tiles, both here and here to hit. So it's more likely for me to put the cloak here. So, we won the mind games. Alright, but I do need to bring this backwards. And if he already has a knight, I just lose regardless, so... Let's just assume he doesn't have a knight, and we're gonna train another cloak! Defender to get onto the water, because we need something. Mathematics is gonna be good for me next turn regardless. Pass the turn. The gamble paid off! I mean, he's gonna be able to clear everything, but... Still, hopefully this slowdown and disruption's enough to help get me back into the game. Yeah, see, he's able to clear everything out just fine. But we got some extra stars and caused some disruption, so... This is close used correctly. Also, this is a level 3 city. You want some mind games? I'll show you some mind games. We can... but cats are going to be safer. Tell you what. I'm going to put a port here. I can't put it there. So, but you know what this port's about? Making them think where the cloak is. And that this city's about to get hit. What? I was gonna train an archer, but guess not. We don't need it. Alright, so he did that to check to see if the cloak is here. I really needed that extra archer, honestly. Because he could just swordsman right over to here and kill this archer. I do want to bring this giant backwards. Oh, he does that instead. He has to build another road here in order to siege. Honestly, that's a good trade right there. That's a really good trade right there. Man, I wish I was able to train that unit, because I had 5 seconds left. But, guess not. Yeah, honestly, we're probably dead. Well, Actually, what I need is chivalry. But the issue is so does my opponent. And they have the better economy, so... It is possible for them to do that, so we're just gonna move our cloak there and pass. Yeah, this is no good. I mean, if I can get knights... I don't see me getting knights, but... I needed that giant dead one turn earlier. Oh, cool. Hey, let me move my, giant back. Yeah, he's going onto the water now. I'm now at the airport waiting to pick up your friend. Oh, okay. That's good. We're just gonna pass that turn there. I should have put the cloak on this tile here. I feel like it was a good game plan, but I messed up that mid game. Because I even knew that he was going to be going with catapults. Atok likes to play slow and defensively like this, specifically. I mean, it's good, so... Why fix it if it ain't broke? Alright, we gotta disband this cloak. There you go. Killer Monument is complete. Do I go with cats? I wish. Fish. Fish. Workshop. I need to save as many resources as I can. I gotta get that chivalry. Like I said, I'm going all in on it. Alright, that's the best that's gonna get. We'll see. Not gonna lie, we're relying on a player who plays very, very well to make a misplay here, so I'm probably just resigning next turn just for the essence of time. Because... especially once it's revealed that we have knights, you know he's never letting his units get night chained ever again. That's assuming he doesn't have vision. I'm assuming he has vision. I think he's trying to figure out what to do with these units over here. There's a positive trade, but it's not the kind of positive trade I need. So you'll also see why, like, hiding it, that kind of information is very important. Our opponent's now, of course, going to be body blocking with this giant over here. He could even just go overkill, just pick up archery, just to give it a defense bonus. I don't have the means of production in order to fight against that. And then this happens just like that right there. We're going to go ahead and resign. Oh, he got us. Well played. That was a good, well-played game, though. Let's see. The heck? So what does that have to do anything with that piece of music? Alrighty. Well, that was a well-played game. Let's try to take a look to see if there's anything I could have done more in the middle of that, because GG spawn win, probably. I needed to have a stronger follow-up, because I had a plan, but I was thinking halfway through that you're going to follow up with catapults, and I should have planned around that. Talks. There we go. And yes, this unfortunately is a definition of a spawn win, but I don't believe in no-win scenarios, so it is at this point. Well, my first misplay is the approach on turn 8. I should have considered either healing and just waiting and biding time, because here's the thing. This sort of play here... Hold on. This play here is really, really strong at threatening to siege the capital for a win. Very, very well, but it's easily countered by riders, which our opponent already has by just 2 riders here, plus they have this one weakened one right here. Because with roads, we're able to go bop, bop, and potentially siege, or in any other way, shape, and form. I would want to... I mean, I still could win with rider... defender, siege with the warrior. There's one issue with this entire line of thinking. We're playing against Quetzali. That all they have to do is train a defender, and the entire plan is thrown off. So, you know, if it was any other tribe, that the game probably would have ended right there. But it wasn't, and for some reason I didn't take into account that my opponent was playing Quetzali and that they could just train a defender. Let us look at the follow-up plan, because I don't think that this follow-up plan was that big of an issue. Kill that, make that trade there. I think on this turn here, instead of going with the idea of cloaks, I should have just trained my own catapult, because we had the possibility. Well, in this case, we got roads, so we can move forward and put that siege there. Good play there. The follow-up play here is the issue of what do we do here, and I think the correct answer is we should have gotten cats. Get a cat, push it up here first. To pretty much protect our entire border here, but it also threatens applying pressure to this city, so catapults would have been a lot stronger. Continue to get defenders, but push this giant out of my territory, and then consider cloaks. I think that would have been the more appropriate play, but that would have been slow. And unfortunately, slow is not what we needed. So at that point, cloaks would not have been the answer. We then would have wanted to go into the chivalry path and force our opponent to make some uncomfortable setups for how to defend their cats. Because we got a big pressure point here that's going to be applying pressure even with walls. And heck, even a second catapult here would apply enough pressure to this city that our opponent may have to just consider conceding it. That city, and then just go with, look, you get that city, but I still have these 5. That catapults probably would have been the smarter option, now that we're looking at it. So I think the follow-up is, I think against a lower level opponent, Cloaks definitely would have been just fine there. But we're playing against Atok, and he knows what he's doing. So I should have respected him a little more. And I think catapults would have been a much better option here. And then after that, we just try to play defensive while we pressure 2 cities, whereas our opponent, while they can try to pressure 1, here, the unfortunate thing is all our opponent has to do is contain us while they go onto the water. I'm pretty certain that's the big follow-up there, because if they can just contain me and then get onto the water, then they win the game that way. So, was it possible for me to win? Yeah, maybe, but I'm really relying on my opponent to make a misplay. I probably should have tried applying more pressure on the giants as well. Oh boy. We are gonna play as Condor. Move right on over to here. Trainer Rider pass turn. Sorry I'm choosing the tribes. It's just I'm going, I kind of want to play a few of these tribes. Because people keep picking things like Illyrion and stuff like that. Like, special tribes are cool. I want... Hey, actually, maybe next game I'm going to play Aquarion. I haven't played Aquarion in a good long while. Oh, I failed on the gamble. It's right here. Pass turn. The second city's right here. Because... Boom. With the village right here. That is still within 3. And because we know it's not here. So... That's where our second village is. We're going to go ahead and move you to here. Get org, capture. Also could have considered roads, but I think org is still better. Definitely could have considered, but I think that's the only word that exists there for us is just consider. But we could do this so we can get our unit still reasonably within a turn. Workshop, pass turn. I am not paying attention to my opponent's points. We are gonna want to explore because this city is near the center. Plus we have a lot of land for the explorer to head on out to. And it's gonna go in one of those 3 directions. I can push it further by doing this. Fruit. Explore. And then it still went in the wrong direction. But our opponent spawned in the southern corner of the map. That is very useful information. We'll pass this turn. Because if you just look at that line right over here. Let's swipe. Right over there, which means that if I spawn right here, it tries to mirror it. And actually, they probably spawned closer to, like, right here, which is really weird. They should have spawned in a corner. I'm going to just train a warrior, and then we pass this turn. Reason being is I do want to pick up farming next turn. I am one star short. So actually, I should have trained a warrior on this city as well. That's not the end of the world. We're to get this lighthouse first. I know. Go front. Ooh, resources. Resources. Farm. Workshop. 1, 2, fruit. Resources. Rider. I'm going to train a warrior just to go along the outside over here. And that'll do. Pass turn. We rich. We can get roads next turn. We going to win. Yep, that's the big hope, is Omaji has a very solid economic game plan, so I always am surprised how much people insist on not playing Omaji. It's a good try. I'm a little sad that the Explorer went the other direction. Do we just train... get climbing here? Just to find our opponent? Maybe not. Let me forward over here. Alright. That means we go full economy. Rotor farm. I'm going to level this up first. We workshop, because that's not going to explore anything at all that I want. Resources. And we pass this turn. Which one is better, rotor farm on small lakes? I would say it depends. I typically prefer farms, because roads are going to be more aggressive, but still lead you to a stronger economy, but farms are going to get you your giants. Like, all I need is construction now at this point. What's their score? 2,000? Cool. Go up there. Farm. Farm. Border growth. I know. Disgusting. We did have border growth. But we need more water access for this lake. Greedy? Yeah, I think we're fine. Because I can pick up construction next turn. We're fine. Also, maybe in late game we market. Oh, heck yeah, we do. Easy markets. They're already on the water. We're gonna double rider over to there. Just train a safety warrior past turn. I should not have gotten construction last turn. That was a mistake. Go up there. Finish this trade. Windmill can go here. Farm. Population growth. We're just going to put a farm here just to quickly get our super unit. Park of Fortune can go here. Get us more stars. Resources. And we'll pass the turn. We're going full economy. I do need to consider getting on the water soon, though. Well, do I? Or do I just keep going economy, get the giants, and then after that we get archers? I think we just rush to trade. Our opponent is playing passively. We're going to gamble. I'd rather... We're going to be grabbing this without clearing out the fog. Yep, they're trying to get more units on the water. Interesting. Well, we're just going to continue to get vision here. Is that a border growth? It's got to be a border growth, right? Yeah, that's a border growth that they just did. Fascinating. Do I rush philosophy? Nah, we're just going to pick up trade. Right, I can go there. We pass this turn. We're just going to be focusing purely on our economy at the current moment. We can get another giant on at our Sissy City. You got a scout. The issue is just with the way that this is set up, archers are an excellent way to defend this lake. Until bombers show up, but they're still an excellent way to defend the lake. I don't know if our opponent realizes that they really need to be trying to fight for this lake a lot more than they currently are. Or they're assuming that I'm playing slowly so they can just get away with it. I mean, I am playing slowly, so... Market. Windmill. Ooh. Fruit. Fruit. Explore. Why would you do that? Why would I do that? Super unit. Alright, next turn we're getting on the water. Yeah, I shouldn't have moved the rider there. That was the misplay there. That misplay is not game-ending, but it is unfortunate. Alrighty. Onto the water we go, dee-do. Alright, farm. We gotta do a border growth here. Protect our borders. I don't want this city to do a border growth. Need to put that there. We gotta train a rider to help protect our city over here on the west. Pass this turn. We've actually got the advantage on this. That's a cute siege. Cool, they let me take this lighthouse.
Have you forgotten? I'm Omaji! You can't simply just rush in with weak units. You need more firepower, more support. You need more ways to give your units that little extra oomph that's going to push it over the edge in order to siege and steal the victory.
Cool. Place a windmill here. Fish. Road here. Fruit. Super unit. Pass the turn. Both of cute. Seemed like pleased with the whole stream in that voice. Unfortunately, it's really rough on my throat. I can't do the whole stream like that. Yeah, I can't do the whole stream like that. Can't imagine, right? Hey, but I have fun with those, though, so. I was impressed how long you would... Yeah. Now they get the lighthouse. If I can road up 2 more cities, we get another unit in the capital. We're gonna scout. Very aggressively. Uh-oh. Road can go here. Another super unit. Market. Yep. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure this kill. I'm gonna keep my rider here. With the intended purpose of keeping that unit alive. Rip that boat. Our opponent needs to be aware about the threat of a veteran siege, because this unit's already of 2 of 3, so it can become a veteran and get that 15 health. So the easiest way to do that is he needs to body block right here, and find... Yeah, that's actually basically it. He also could just build a road, or build a road, and then kill this unit. Nice. Looks like that's not happening. Farm. Windmill. Resources. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop-a-da-bop. We're gonna grab navigation. Just to grab navigation. Yeah. Oh, misplay. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. We'll pass turn. We're going to put that time pressure on our opponent. We have 7 minutes. If I ever really need to, because it looks like they're playing in 2 games, so I'm going to take advantage of it. We're going to go at them. We'll see if... Since they're jumping between games, maybe they'll, There you go. So that's a successful unsiege. Another giant. How quickly the turns have tabled. Oh, our opponent forgot that we just grabbed stars here. Bums away! Killer Monument is complete. I'm sorry. So much hee-haws. I want to go for the better economy, so we're going to do a border growth. So that way I can also build a market here. How do I want to do this? We're just going to put you there. We're going to put you there. We're going to train a warrior. Heal those two up. Yeah, we're just going to throw more units in at this point. Throw all of them in. Pass the turn. Now, our opponent would have to build a port here. It could kill this scout with Juggernaut. But we're applying pressure on this city here, thanks to this siege. It's going to be really hard for our opponent to actually make a comeback. So, if they don't resign here, they could just AFK quit. I don't know. Because they have less than a minute to take this turn, which is not enough time for them to make all the smart plays. I think they ghosted us. Probably. Since they're not going to win this game, they might as well focus on their other ones that they're playing. Oh, no. Yeah. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop. The network monument is complete. And I am 1 star short. Alrighty, well, that was... I mean, it was a game. It was mostly just we recognized that we needed to get a much higher economy. So the real question is there anything our opponent could have done to just stop all this? No, Magi expands quickly, but they also have... Like, they can completely ignore 1 tech tree when improving their economy. And... Heck, they only really need 2 trees for their economy, which is very, very strong for them. Again, I don't know why people think Omaji are weak. They start off with the strongest units in the game, especially in early game. Oh well. Yeah. Resources. There's nothing else that this unit can do here, so we must throw them onto the land. Farm. Did I ever build the Grand Bazaar? I did not. Yeah, see, that was their capital right there. In theory, this is a 5v5 city game, but I don't see how they're getting this city all the way out here fast enough. And border growth. Yeah! Points! Perfect. Actually didn't recognize that Romus was their capital. So it also makes extra sense. But the other question is why did they do border growth there? Because I did a border growth on this city so we had more water access, because we would have needed it. That once... Because these bodies of water were pretty low, so once they spam archers and send them around these lakes, then start throwing units onto the lakes... Yeah, in theory this is a 5v5 city game, but how much you want to bet that this is a mountain right there? Greedy players do border growth too much, right? I'm feeling called out. Edit. Condor versus Curious. Small lakes. So I'm just curious if there's something that our opponent could have done differently in this game. So we're just going to look from their point of view. Shared fog. Yikes. I mean... in theory, this wasn't a bad gamble. Oh, wow. There's no reason that our opponents should be sending a unit this way. This unit here should have been going this way. But I think he's just going to be sending this one this way, and he's like, alright, that's fine. Nah, this unit would have been able to achieve this a lot better, and this unit would have been better off being on this tile right here going this way. So I will call that out as misplay. There's no reason that unit should have been trained. Picked up very early sailing with a very weak economy. Okay, we played against somebody that starts putting stuff onto the water. I can see why they did a border growth. Interesting. Our opponent had an option this turn for very aggressive play. I mean, I'm not saying it's the right play, but it would have been very aggressive. Turn this into a scout, kill this, which then allows him to go here with a scout, kill this. It is a gamble that I don't have any extra units here or anywhere else in this fog. But that would apply a lot of pressure on me already right here and allow him to try to slow me down and catch up. So yeah, this is rough for our opponent. But imagine if he was able to get to this city literally 2 turns earlier. Just trying to raise the economy through that. Instead, takes the units off the water. Bop da bop. He's going to choose to fight for the other lake. And with that, he lost all presence on this lake over here. Now, I would have been able to fight back for it because I had these giants coming in, but he would have been able to apply more pressure and delay, which would have been important. Because then I would have not been able to get free markets, because we're talking about an economy 29 stars per turn versus 14. An attempt to siege. Okay, I see why they did the border growth. It's not terrible that they did. The warrior does nothing against a juggernaut. Yeah. So, at this moment, that's when our opponent resigned. It was a 4-6 city game, and I had a much stronger economy. I had a much stronger presence on the board, but just watching all of this, it really came down to the early game turns. You can say Spawn win, but he definitely could have managed his units better. This one was a gamble that I don't think actually is possible with the way that Polytopia generates its cities. I think he was hoping for a city to be here in the corner and get the lighthouse. But if he had 4 fruits in the city, then I would have said, you know, this isn't a terrible idea. But it would have been a very much all in on a different form of play. Like if this forest was a fruits instead, he goes down here and then he levels up. The next turn, he goes down over to here. He trains a warrior. And then the following turn after that, he goes here. And then he can level up the city with 2 more fruit, allowing him to progress to something. Or if he doesn't train a warrior, he could get a rider on the following turn. The issue is with how much water there is here, I would say just spamming warriors would be better. But the early game really matters. I love it when you do voices. Alright, let's jump into one more. I want to play as Aquarion, as the Forgotten. How quickly the turns have tabled. How goes, Dan? I'm glad you could make it. This might be my last game for this stream. I know it's slightly shorter, but I've got some wedding preparations I gotta take care of. So, turns out there are some things that have not been finished, so I need to jump onto those. So, this is the last game, and we're gonna be playing as Aquarion for that. Congrats, by the way. Thanks! I'm getting excited and nervous at the same time. So, but it's really just a ceremony to celebrate that I am declaring to the world that I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with somebody, hopefully. Or at least the rest of our lives. I already love and spoil her as much as I can. Alright, Nate! Good luck, Nate. You're gonna need it. We're gonna be sending over to here first. We also have water here. No, we need to try to get the village as soon as possible. So trade station is always really, really good in these kind of situations. We're just gonna train a squid pass. It's been a while since I played Aquarion, but I'm pretty certain I remember my opening. Ooh, that's a ruin. I'm pretty certain I remember my opening sequence that I typically prefer. Oh, that was the wrong place to go. Oh well, we're claiming the ruin now. Am I gonna go with Org first, just because of the way the map is? Or do I really go full in on the trade station? I think we have to go Org here, which really hurts. That's slow. I can't begin to describe how much that slows us down. But... Fruit. Fruit. Workshop. Pass. We're gonna capture first, or not, we're gonna claim the ruin first, and then see where we go from here. We want the atoll here. It'll connect to this and hopefully any other villages we may have. With this in mind, there's probably one village right here. The secrets of climbing. 1, 2. We're gonna go full greed. Go with a workshop pass. I'm betting swordsman. Good guess, Hurry Pollo. Glad you could make it. I'm getting notifications and messages and the thingamabobs and thingamabobs. My thumb is sweaty. My phone doesn't recognize me. I don't think you are who you say you are. I'm gonna move you here. Ooh, move you there. Squid. Pass. This is a very weak opening, so don't be surprised if we end up losing this, unfortunately. Man. It's bad there's this forest here, but also there's this mountain here. Because I want this ruin. This warrior needs to go downwards. I did that because I wanted to see any potential aqua crops. Now we have a gamble. Go here, go here. I think we're better off... Or which one of these two tiles are we going on to? There is land on this tile here, which makes me think there's a village here. So I'm going to walk onto this tile. We're going to ignore this ruin for now. Because if there's a village here and here... That our opponent spawned on the western corner of the map. Yes! Yes! Trade station. Beautiful. Pass the turn. Next turn I get a level up. We're also going to be able to get some riding and really start snowballing. It's always great to just spin 5 stars and get 6 pops. So this should be completely safe. Fish. Resources. You forgot to move the guy in the north. Did I? I thought I'd been moving him every turn. So I got 3 options. I can pick up meditation now. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna gamble. No combat. On the previous turn? Dang. I thought I'd actually been good about moving them. Wow. Unfortunately, that was a bad gamble. I don't think we can pick up philosophy here. We gotta grab writing. We can't pick up waterways, so... fruit! And we're gonna explore. We need to figure out what's going on. Ooh, our opponent's all in. And... Go past the turn. That was a really good explore. You needed to use bat? Yep. It's about to be getting spammed out. Fortunately, you know, about to is a turn too slow, but we had a really slow start. We'll be fine. Bop-a-da-bop. Amphibian. We pass this turn. Rip Altar of Peace. Yeah, we're not getting the Altar of Peace. I took a gamble and immediately got punished for it. I should realize we're basically on turn 10, and that was a dumb decision to make. I mean, if our opponent wants to keep investing everything into these rammers, we'll slowly win. This is a very, very favorable matchup for us. Nice. What's the opponent's ELO? 1260. How am I doing this? That'll do. We're gonna just put more time pressure on him. Even though... Did they just give us the city back? Just about, yeah. Forestry? I don't think I need forestry. I don't need any text in order to get my giant. I do, however, want to pick up marine life. Lighthouses will get us the giant. Yep. Even though capturing the city also connects the trade route, so that also helps. Our giant potential is really weak other than that, though, which is sad. But it's fine. I think I can get away with this. Time for Toad! Metropolis is complete. Kind of want to explore here. Aqua Farm. Explore. See if I can get another giant. Or another lighthouse. Maybe, if we're lucky. Yes! We got the harder to find one as well. Our opponent did get roads, so I would like to do the same. They immediately turn it into a rammer. More rammers. If a few rammers don't work, use more rammers. And if that don't work, use more rammers. And if that still don't work, more rammers. Perhaps a fan of Ramdingler. How do I want to do this? I still just need units. Bubbles. 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 Pass turn. Squid. Amphibian. Bubbles. We're gonna go here, even if it means that they can get a trade. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. We now have bubbled up amphibians. My gosh, this game has me sweating. I'm so nervous. I don't know. Unfortunately, I lose this ruin, so we can't get the ruin, but I think it's fine. We're going to put enough pressure on our opponent that it's not going to matter too much. The first turn of bubbles is always a little awkward. Okay. Well, they just lost the port. Should I wall this city up? Probably should. Just to make it more difficult for them. Bop. Bop. Bubbles. Aqua Farm. We're not in any sort of pressure right now, so I can actually get away with just collecting that. Amphibian. Tell you what. We're gonna park a fortune back here. We're gonna put you here. Yeah, park a fortune back here. Resources. Amphibian. 8 plus 5 is 13. We have enough. Aqua Farm. Hunt. Resources. Squid. Squid. These are fun games. Bubble. We'll pass the turn. Oh, I forgot to move the guy in the north. It's fine. Oop, they got pops. It would have been nice if that was a city. A second giant? Okay. That's fine. Because this is a water game. Border growth pretty much does nothing here. I don't understand why they would do a border growth there. Nice. Bop-a-da-bop. Cool. Alright, so I think we just tear apart their entire navy. Nice! And then we train a Mindbender. Is it called a Mindbender, or is it called... It's a Mind Squid. My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to misrepresent your Mind Squid. Needs more ports to make more rammer. Right? Marine life. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure the kill. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure this kill. Bop. Killer Monument is complete. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop-a-da-bop. Pass the turn. North guy? It's fine. Yay! I got a rammer! Thanks for reminding me. I just clicked it, and then I looked, and you said North guy. So, you're right. It's fine. He does auto-heal, so he's gonna be fine. He loves Rammer so much, he wants you to have one. Ain't that the truth? Ooh, he's getting his own riders. And he sacrificed his unit. Got it. Must be a union. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop. Aqua Farm. Gate of Power. Border growth.
Shark.
Shark? Amphibian. Yeah. Don't forget Union Squid. He needs to heal. I legitimately actually just need him to heal. And if my opponent wants to kill him, he can. But he's going to be wasting a unit's turn up there. Better move north guy or he going to die. It's fine. If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
This is currently a 4-6 city game, but this is the power.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, pretty much. That's unfortunately that's the way we're going to be handling this. Because I want him back at full health, and then we can pressure the city. We're gonna pick up navigation. Woohoo!
The Explorer Monument is complete.
Navigation! Get us some stars. Heal. Bop. Octu? Yeah, Octu. And I did look at him. I pointed the mouse at him for a moment. Again, I just need him to... No! Just to heal just for a moment. I mean, it's whittling it down, but I've got mind squids. We can heal him back up, bud. He started strong, but I think the Rammers killed his early game economy. Plus, losing Tosco was bad, as it's a central city. Huh? I mean, he did try to steal it from me, but he didn't give it enough proper support to protect it. One, two, three, four. Alright, so we have to respect a road play by this rider. So this toad is going to be heading over to here. Just to help body block. Actually, the toad doesn't even need to body block.
Dead!
Bop. 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 We can move you on over. I just need you to body block for a turn. Bop. Shark. Amphibian. And we're going to heal this unit up. We will pass this turn. Rammers can be effective against Aquarion as long as you use Defenders and Aquatism. Yeah, he doesn't have any of that. I'm sorry. It's just the whole they slowly kill themselves as they move. Oh, it saddens me. North guy is Special Forces Recon. Yep. It's applying pressure. Look at that. One less unit on the water. It's doing exactly what it needs to do. Pray for North guy. I'm going to see if I can keep him alive. Ooh. That's a lot of rammers. The Eye of God. What? That doesn't work? Lame. Bop. 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 He's gonna wet himself. Aquatism, right? I think we just pick up Aquatism here just to slow our losses on the water down even further. Sweet. Go there, pass turn. Yep, he's gonna push for this city. That's fine. Did I already place all of my monuments? Possibly. Please don't kill North Guy. Yeah, we'll see. Everybody hold your breath for,
Do it. Yes! Kill him. Do it.
Oh man, they're struggling so much. Good. No! F's in the chat. He's dead. Alright, but we did equip I can't lose the city, by the way, so if we lose the city, that's it. The game is over. But, we're not losing that city. It is now a 5v5 city game.
Do it.
Alrighty. You can go here. Bop it bop. Secure this kill. Bop. We're gonna go and play a Noctu here. Bop it bop. Bring you on back. Bop it bop. Bring you on back. We're gonna just place a defensive squid there. The rider could stay there. They're fine. That's better positioning, but I really gotta focus on my economy some more. He's got a pretty impressive aggressive push here. It's just, both of us don't really have super strong economies. What am I gonna do in order to fix it? Because, not gonna lie, what I should try to be doing right here is spending the least amount on my military. And then just focus on improving my economy as much as possible. We can easily get another toad with farming, which gets us one step closer to construction for fertilize and windmill. Fertilize allows crops to select a tile. That would be great, especially for tusk toe right over here. We could place farm here, fertilize, fertilize, fertilize. I don't think we could put fertilize the water, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we go ahead and just get farming. Focus on that for just a hot minute. He might have abandoned. I don't know why. I mean, not gonna lie, I don't see how he would win in this position, but he's still on the offensive. So, at least pull back. Regroup, improve your economy, and try to make something out of it. Because you hurt his rammers. Right, I didn't steal them, though. I had the opportunity to. But then he killed my mind squid. Come on, Nate. This guy really killed North guy and then ditched us. That's so true. I had but one mission, is to kill this guy, but he soiled my crops. Therefore, this game is completely unplayable. I mean, it was a fun game for me, but this map is very lopsided when it comes to Aquarion. Because it was a lake map, and oh my goodness, does Aquarion love lake maps. I was hoping it would be like last game where there was a whole bunch of little lakes. Again, that's my preferred map style when it comes to lakes. This map is pretty balanced, though. You know, we got the 4 and the 5, and then the 4 and the 5, but I have to go over water, but I already naturally can. The game wasn't unwinnable yet. Yeah, the game is definitely still winnable. However, if he just keeps throwing his units in, maybe not so. Well-placed cats would go far. Yeah. Well-placed cats, maybe. I mean, a bomber's a little expensive, but potentially... Hey, he returned! They were doing their best to make it unwinnable. There you go. Alright, pulling back. Lands the siege. He took your advice. Did
I just get sniped?
No, I don't think so. Stop making rammers or at least get aquatism. Yeah, our units are about to start making a whole bunch of advantageous trades. You know, doing the right thing, slowing down my economy for a turn. By sieging this. You got this, Snake. Come on. Riders are not the answer, but... not in this case. Unless he's planning on trying to do a big assault for the city in the south? We should respect the possibility. How am I going to do this? There. Bop. Bop. That's a good trade.
Flood.
How little units can I get away with spending? I really don't want to invest too much into my units. Let's save our economy. Oh no, Rip Sharky. That shark's gonna be fine. See, look at this. I don't see any way that this could go poorly for us. He's going to... Bop-a-da-bop, bop-a-da-bop. Ah, dang, the shark's dead. And then he's gonna go over here, bop-a-da-bop. Please just move it right here. Yes! Look at that. Of course, the other thing is the longer the game goes on, the more of an advantage I'm going to have. Because I also picked up early philosophy. He got aquatism! He did it! Alrighty. You can go there, you can go here. Bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop. Oh, I should have moved this over here first. Do I want to... Yeah, we're just going to put this here just to flood it. Now Puffers and Trident start coming in handy. Yep. Does it mean I'm going to get them? Probably not. Hunt. Farm. Greed. I mean, border growth. Bubble. Yeah, we'll do this. Bop. It's fine. Don't forget about the south guy. Or we're talking about the... Is there somebody else south? Or this guy all the way down here? I did remember him.
Do it. Kill him.
Bop da bop. Yeah, just that one? Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna be able to get 10 more stars. Yes! You love to see it. Yes, yes, you do. You really love to see it. For safety's sake. Oh no! Not good enough. Alright. Well, secure this kill then. Bop. How little can I get away with spending? Farm. We could place a windmill here. Fruit. Super units. There we go. Anton, how's it going? Rammer! I should consider archers. Archers are pretty good in this type of situation. Tridents are great too, but I think tridents are just a little too expensive as I'm trying to improve my economy. Oh, hey, cool. They set up a perfect squid game. Don't stop ramming. I think I could siege. Nah, we're just short on siege. But Bop. He's not returning, so heal. Ooh! And then he resigned. Alrighty. Understandable. Have a great day. You should have gotten defenders ages ago. Definitely. I need to fix that. We go ahead and do that, but again, we're kind of just a space away from being able to start spamming out our proper units. Like a windmill can go here. Farm. Do a really greedy border growth. Amphibian, amphibian. Amphibian. And there we go. Center City went back and forth early game. Yep. Yeah, there were two changes. He took my city early here. I took it back. And then I took Rapiro from him. And we are at the point where I am starting to slowly press. So it is understandable why he resigned. Yeah, technically told me he had the Center City original. Yep. Yeah, there were 3 city acquisitions in that game. Is there anything that they could have actually done? I mean, I feel like they made a lot of right choices until they spammed way too many, let's see, Forgotten versus Imperious. Small Lakes. North guy tried his best. He did. So again, we're just gonna watch this from their view. So Nate Bait. Good. Good. The turn they had the Center City and made those rammers and sent them deep is where they lost. Yeah, pretty much. An early Explorer, understandable. Not a bad decision to make. Oof, 1 tile off. Alright, I will call you out for getting a rider on a map where it looks like it's going to be a massive lake with a whole bunch of trees on the side. I will call him out for that. So, turn 5 is misplay number 1. Wonder how many stars he had at the end. Got another Explorer. Not a terrible choice. Able to see me. That's actually good. Immediately gets ramming. And then captures. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, but you don't even have a port yet. Nah, but he was making the tech cheaper. That is understandable. I will actually back that idea up. If you're planning on going very aggressive like that, good on you. It's a lot of stars to invest in into the city. This is not a very great city, but nevertheless, it is one of my cities, so it's not a terrible idea to be trying to take away control of that. And here's where everything goes from looking like he's about to win the game to what went wrong. We re-siege the city. Secure those kills. Bop-a-da-bop. And at this point, like, yes, this rammer can kill this warrior, but you're losing this city. Oof, going for massive amounts of rammers with only 17 stars per turn. I mean, it's not terrible. It's actually still pretty good. If you could get an early aggression on the water, I'm okay with this. It's just, I think that this turn could have played out a little better. So... because we definitely see, even with this limited vision that we have, it's all going to come down to who has better control of the water. He doesn't have the stars per turn to just pick up sailing and start getting sailing and make better trades. So that makes that really difficult. Right there, he should have just defended the center city, yeah. So I think if he just fought to retain control of the center city instead and just defended it, he would have been a little better off. Heck, you got 14 stars, so... fish, port. That gets you 3, 4, 5 to level up. And then do another port. That sets you up for a Grand Bazaar just like that. Don't swamp tiles slow down rammers? Yeah, because it counts as land tiles. So they can't... so they move slower over the water tiles. So you're right. It's just that they landed here and then they attacked. So that's why they went 2 tiles in pretty much right away. It's just... this is a really big counterattack that they had not accounted for. How would you account for such a counterattack? Because he's investing a lot into these rammers. We got our first giant. Yeah. So he tried to swoop in and got stuck and couldn't get back and unsiege. I think he was just going all in on the assumption that on... so when he takes it this turn, I wouldn't be able to do a massive counterattack, because even if I... so with the vision he has on the board, Resiege. Yeah, no, actually, he just failed to account for a Resiege. He definitely should have held back just a little bit. I don't think he was expecting me to just kill this unit as well, and then weaken this unit. So that puts him completely out of position. That's 14 stars gone just like that. Over a 1-star per turn city that he can't really level up. At all. It is rough. It is really rough. I think the better play definitely would have been... I like the idea of still killing the healthy rider. But this one definitely should have gone here. Oops. So we're just going to put this here and then hit this. Or heck, better yet, just move there and body block. The last few songs weren't yours, yeah. This one's from Monster Train right now. Oh wait, no, this one is Loop Hero, I think, right? Yeah, Loop Hero. I'm a little sad that because of world events that the creators of Loop Hero weren't able to actually finish working on their DLC they said they were doing. Yeah, the Quetzali track, very cool. That was the original, actually. Because I think just body blocking with the healthy one here. Because then it requires all 3 of these to go in.
just to kill, but then you keep the city. I guess you just love Polytopia? Yeah, it's a great game. I think we still would have been able to, if I remember correctly, on the following turn. I was set up to just pick up farming, do a push. It would have pushed the warrior this way, and then still unsiege. So no matter what, we were unsieging. That would have been the big surprise play, but I think going all in like he did was a little too much. I don't know, it's really, really tricky. This is a very interesting scenario to be in. I agree with going on the aggressive. I think he would have been better off not fully capturing the city and just... I don't know. Because if you could do like an eternal siege... Well, no. Jeez, I don't know. Alrighty, that is going to go ahead and do it for this stream. I don't know if I'm going to play more Power World later today. I've got a lot of wedding planning I need to help take care of. I might have some time actually tonight, but I gotta take care of lunch and then help the missus out because she deserves all of the love and attention. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and we'll see you, if you're here only from Polytopia, we'll see you next week on Sunday. Actually, let me look at the calendar really fast. Let me... calendar, because... So, maybe on the 31st... I mean, the 31st would be another free-for-all? If I can host it. Let me figure things out and see if I have the time, because the wedding's on the 7th, so it's actually there's not going to be any stream on the first weekend of September. But depending on how things are going, I may or may not be able to stream the week before either. We'll see. But once everything is all said and done and figured out, and hopefully everything will return to mostly normal, because we're moving on to a new chapter of our lives. I'll do my best to keep you guys updated. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning on in. If you did have a good time, please like the stream. It does help the lousy YouTube algorithm to figure out that, show it to people. And, if you catch the Power World stuff, I'll probably see y'all tonight, because I know I will be free tonight, but probably not tomorrow, or I don't know. We'll see. Y'all take care of each other. Oops, that's the be right back. Bye, everybody.